As you know, Christmas has come to an end. But the New Year's is here, and I've done and seen a lot you can most likely relate to. So in this week's episode, join me as we take a walk through all that happened in 2021. So stay tuned for my year-end review. Well, to start out with, at the beginning of the year, 2021, COVID was still here, and wasn't any better. And I had just lost my Nana. She passed away on New Year's Eve last year. So it started out pretty gloomy and dark. If you recall, we couldn't see our friends, we couldn't go out to places, and most of the stores and restaurants were still closed. And it was just overall not a very fun time for us kids. But somehow, my dad made it better. We found a way to still have a sense of normalcy in our lives. As we went to the trail often, I learned to roller skate, I learned to swim, and we went swimming several days a week. And I saw my little cousin, Chandler, aka Juice, aka Doodle. Usually a couple days a week, he was in our bubble. Luckily, things got a little brighter. For spring break, me, my dad, and my cousin Vivi went to Central Florida. It was hot, and I was burning up. But it was really fun, too. We went to St. George's Island, where we splashed in the water, flew kites on the beach, sunbathed, ate delicious food, and we collected souvenirs like seashells, purchased tie-dye t-shirts, and got some really neat bracelets. After spring break, it was time to get back for digital school, or what you may know as remote learning. I really wish I could see everyone in person, but I got used to being homeschooled. Fast forward, it was now summer break for me. Me, my dad, my TT, and Juice spent our days going to our neighborhood pool. Juice liked the pool a lot. Going to the pool so often made me better at swimming. I also went out to my cousin Vivi's house every 3 weeks, and we spent the days talking, playing made-up games, and with our puppy Rita. It was so fun. I was also doing really well in my podcast. I was getting more fans every day. Then summer break ended, and it was now time for fall. As it turned out, we kids were going back to school for the first time in over a year. At first, when my dad told me the news, I jumped up with excitement. But then I realized I was super nervous. To be fair, I was out of school for almost 2 years, so I had the right to be nervous. I think. Luckily, my teachers and my friends were all very nice. Frankly, it took a bit of learning, but eventually I found my way around the school again. And my nervousness was completely gone, but I didn't like waking up early. Fast forward again, it was now fall break, and pretty much all the kids are back in the habit of being in person again. And it was time for my favorite holiday, Halloween! I was so excited, but just before the day of Halloween, my dad got into a pretty bad wreck. It totaled our car, and he was in the hospital overnight. It was a bummer too, because he wasn't able to trick or treat with me. It was sort of our thing. We do it every year. But don't worry, he's okay now. But I must say, I was pretty sneaky as a ninja. And I went trick-or-treating in my TT's neighborhood. Then Thanksgiving rolled around, and we gathered the family together. We didn't go anywhere or have a bunch of people over or anything like that. It was just our circle, plus our cousin Anna. But we had a wonderful meal, and we gave thanks for it. Oh, and Anna made this delicious carrot cake that was about 10 layers and weighed 20 pounds. Of course I'm exaggerating, but not by much. But it was delicious. After that, it was back to school again, but this time it was a lot colder than in the fall. In the afternoon, it was warm though, which was strange, and it was tricky to figure out what to wear. And then we had to study for our end of the semester test. In the district assessments, my brain was pooped out. After that, it was winter break. Hooray! Finally! Me, my dad, and my family spent time getting ready for the holidays. Unfortunately, we couldn't spend time with my TT, uncle, and Juice because they were sick. It was really different, like really different. But we all had a good time, even far apart. Then it was time for my favorite holiday, Christmas! Okay, this is my real favorite holiday. Halloween is a close second. Me and my dad laid around watching Christmas movies and making hot cocoa with marshmallows and cookies. Yum. Santa was very kind and generous. And I also got some wonderful gifts. Then for New Year's Eve, me and my dad went to watch Sing 2 in the movie theater. Again. It was our second time, but I enjoyed the movie just as much. Earlier, I practiced riding my scooter. Then, after the movie, we came home, ate pizza, and made apple crisp. As we waited to bring in the new year, we watched the ball drop at Times Square in New York. We shouted, "Happy New Year's!" and called a few family and friends. We made videos and sent messages. And then, me and my dad drove around the neighborhood to see different fireworks different neighbors were lighting. It was so fun. Well, that wraps up today's episode and my year in review. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share some of the fun things you did over summer, or during the Christmas break, or even the New Year, and I'll share them on my show. You can write it, make a video, or even a voice recording. Well, Happy New Year's, everyone!